Hi, my name is Mary, and before we continue, please put on your headphones for a better experience.
Helena was a nature photographer. She loved forests, mountains, and quiet places. After a deep loss in her life, she felt very sad and tired. She wanted to be alone, so she traveled to a small cabin in the Rocky Mountains. The cabin was far from towns and roads. There was no internet, and the phone signal was weak. Helena hoped the silence would help her heal. Every morning, Helena woke up early to take photos. One cold morning, she left the cabin before sunrise. She carried her camera, a small bag, and a radio for safety. The air was fresh and the light was soft. She followed a narrow path near a river. Birds were singing and everything felt calm. Suddenly, the forest became quiet. Helena stopped walking. Then she heard a deep sound. When she looked up, she saw a large grizzly bear. The bear was very close. Behind it, there were two small cubs. The bear was protecting them. Helena froze. Her heart beat fast. She tried to move back slowly, but she slipped on a rock. The bear charged. Helena fell and hit her leg hard. Pain filled her body. The bear stopped, stood still, and watched her. After a long moment, it turned back to the cubs. Helena did not move. When the bear finally walked away, she knew she was badly hurt. Her leg was bleeding and her ankle hurt a lot. She tried to call for help on the radio, but it was broken. Helena felt fear, but she stayed calm. She remembered some basic first aid. She cleaned the wound and tied it with cloth. Standing was painful, but she knew she had to go back to the cabin. The path home was not easy. Helena moved slowly and watched the ground. She used her tracking skills to avoid the bear's area. Sometimes she heard sounds and stopped to listen. She rested often and drank water. The cold wind made her shake, but she did not give up. After many hours, she finally saw the cabin. Tears came to her eyes. Helena reached the door and went inside. She was safe. That night, she rested by the fire. She knew she was still sad, but she also knew she was strong. The mountains tested her, and she survived.
Congratulations on making it this far. Now, let's learn the meaning of some words you saw in the story.
Cabin. In this story, a cabin is a small and simple house in nature. Helena stays in a cabin in the mountains, far from cities. It is a quiet place where people usually go to rest, think, or be alone. Remote. Remote means very far away from towns, people, and help. In the story, the cabin is remote, which means Helena cannot easily get help. This makes her situation more dangerous when she gets hurt. Grief. Grief is a strong feeling of sadness after losing someone important. Helena feels grief because of a deep loss in her life. This is the reason why she wants to be alone in the mountains. Trail. A trail is a small path in nature, usually used for walking. In the story, Helena follows a trail near the river while taking photos. Trails are common in forests and mountains. Grizzly bear. A grizzly bear is a very large and powerful wild bear. In the story, the grizzly bear is dangerous because it is protecting its babies. This moment creates the main conflict of the story. Cubs. Cubs are baby animals, especially baby bears. The grizzly bear becomes aggressive because it wants to protect its cubs from danger. Injured. Injured means physically hurt. Helena is injured after she falls and hurts her leg. Because she is injured, it is difficult and painful for her to walk back to the cabin. First aid. First aid is basic medical help given before a doctor arrives. In the story, Helena uses simple first aid to clean and cover her wound so she does not lose too much blood. Survive. To survive means to stay alive in a dangerous situation. Helena survives by staying calm, using her skills, and continuing to move even when she is tired and hurt. Give up. To give up means to stop trying. In the story, Helena feels pain and fear, but she does not give up. She keeps going until she reaches the cabin.
That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments and let me know which country you are from. See you next time!